Concentration camps, a camp in which people are detained or confined, where conditions are harsh and the legal norms of arrest are in a constitutional democracy are abandoned. Inside these fences, death counts rise each day and families become permanently broken. Some came out of these death camps, but those who did never would be the same. Concentration camps were first established in Germany around 1933 and continued until 1939. The first camp was well settled soon after Hitler's appointment as Chancellor in January of 1933. As the Nazis came to power, the SA, SS, the police, and local civilian authorities structured numerous detention camps. Forced labor, mass murder, and detention of people thought to be enemies were all executed at the camp sites. Auschwitz is the most infamous camp of the Holocaust between 1940 and 1945. The Nazis sent over 1.3 million people to this camp for extermination. It was the largest of its kind established by the Nazi regime. It became the largest death camp in Poland known for exterminating the Jews. Men, women, and children were ripped apart from each other and went separate ways. It was divided into three main camps that would use the prisoners for forced labor. The SS authorities organized the three camps into Auschwitz I in April 1940, Auschwitz II in October 1941, and Auschwitz III in October 1942. Altogether, around 1.1 million people were killed in these camps. Auschwitz I was the main camp for all Jewish prisoners. Auschwitz I had three purposes to it, which was to incarcerate real and perceived enemies of the Nazi regime and the German occupation authorities in Poland for an indefinite period of time. Purpose 2 provided a supply of forced laborers for deployment in SS-owned construction-related enterprises. Purpose 3 served as a site to kill small, targeted groups of the population whose death was determined by the SS and police authorities to be essential to the security of Nazi Germany. It was built and equipped with gas chambers and crematories to start eliminating people as quick as possible. Medical experiments took place in Auschwitz I starting in Block 10, where infants, twins, and dwarfs were getting tested on. The testing was to conduct pseudoscientific research on these type of people and perform sterilizations and castrations of adults. Auschwitz II, this was the largest area where prisoners were held. It was divided into 10 sections separated by electric barbed wire fences. Around 1941, Zyklon B was introduced and used in many of the other complexes around the camp. It was a fumigant gas that would be used by the Nazis to kill many Jews. The SS authorities converted 2 farmhouses for use as gas chambers, along with 4 large crematorium buildings that were constructed between March and June of 1943. There were 3 components to the buildings, which included a disrobing area, gas chambers, and crematorium ovens. Auschwitz II wasn't just a place for death, but also where trains would arrive to drop off more prisoners from Greece, France, Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, and many more concentration camps too. In total, around 1.1 million people were deported to Auschwitz-Birkenau. At least 96,000 Jews were killed here. Auschwitz III was established in October 1942. It was a place for housing the prisoners to work at synthetic rubber works for 11 to 12 hours a day. Most would work in factories, and your chance of survival here were far better than anywhere else. On January 27, 1945, the Soviet Army entered Auschwitz-Birkenau and Monowitz and liberated more than 6,000 prisoners, most of whom were ill and dying. 1.1 million Jews died here, and the SS murdered most of them in gas chambers. As we know, today many lives were lost during the Holocaust. Families were broken, and the loss of dignity spiraled down in the Jewish faith. Unimaginable acts happen in the camps that we still don't know about today and may never find out. But society should use what we do know and work hard to never repeat the cruel actions that took place from 1933 to 1945 in Germany.